we are, of course, in Ohana on this last series of the night, and we've got shenanigans going down, so we're going to get right into these player introductions because we've got action for you right in the top left-hand corner spawning. He is fighting for his tournament life, trying to get into the playoffs. It is your Red Terran player. Do we do it? Do we even go into the introductions? I mean, do we just talk about the game?
Well, we've got a little bit of a break while this Reaper goes off jail. So down in the bottom right-hand corner then, spawning as the Purple Terran, we have...
All Inspiration Canary.
Yeah, everyone needs to take a break from talking about their grandmother's house and pornography, and we need to talk about these Reapers. That Reaper gets surrounded and instantly killed. This Reaper's going to go down too. The Marine's going to get the final shots off on it. He's going to lose it. It's not going to stay alive. There's another Marine on the way.
Okay, he managed to pick off that Reaper though. But yeah, MaNiacJace has done pretty well. He's got one Marine out, one Marine just about to pop. So he'll have two Marines when that one Reaper comes up, and the two Marines should be able to ward it off pretty nicely without losing too much health. And none of his SCVs are on low enough health that the Reaper will be easily able to pick them off. And yeah, he's going to shoo that Reaper away. And MaNiacJace's Marine count will climb at about double the rate that Canary's Reaper count will climb.
Yes, so the start of the game was a one Rax Reaper proxy, and he didn't make a second barracks. And I'm trying to think of where the rest of his money went. And he's made a factory now, but he's at the 530 mark. And this factory could have been way earlier, so I don't know what he spent his money on. He's got a bank of about 300 minerals, but that doesn't really account for everything, does it?
I don't think so. Maybe he's going to throw down a
quick
command center or
expansion,
something.
yeah.
So, yeah, but even so, he just won't have the SCVs to do much with it for a little while.
Make it worthwhile,
and, yeah,
really.
there's the CC. No, exactly. He won't have the SCVs to actually really be able to mine from that expansion. But he is getting that expansion down faster than MaNiacJace. So he can sort of catch up in the economy game. But MaNiacJace is obviously going to have other plans. It looks like a Hellion drop coming out. And this Widowmine is not going to get that Hellion. Oh, wait, no, yeah, it is. Whoops.
Ooh, yeah, good detonation there. I mean, now the game has settled down a little bit, but really, like, Canary maybe overstepped his bounds a little bit here. He's stayed a little bit too long at Grandma's house. He's looking at all sorts of strange types of pornography right now because he's, like, what is he doing? I mean, like, he's got the proxy racks, but now he's expanding into another natural, and I guess he's going to go on, just be regular from here, but, we've got what looks to be a medevac on the way for MaNiacJace and all the good stuff that's entailed with that. So is he going to have anything to defend it? There's nothing at home for him.
Yeah, there's really, really very little in the way of armed Canary, and what there is Reapers sort of across the opponent's side of the map, and two of those are going to go down to a Hellion. Oof, line them up, and yeah, there's what, like, one Marine? Units counting station, there's, one Marine and a Widowmine. 3 Marines now, and I don't know what he's going to have out. There's going to be a Viking, which will sort of help ward the drop away, but these Hellions are going to do so well, and MaNiacJace is unloading. And he can elevate it up so everything's going to get unloaded here. The 2 Hellions are going to make it up as well. They're going to make it past that Widowmine. Now they can get straight into the main base. Canary has almost nothing to do with this. The medevac the Viking is eventually going to shoot down the medevac, but that still doesn't matter when there's nothing on the ground. And actually, the Marines ward away the Viking as well. The SCVs are all lining up. They're desperately trying to run away from those Hellions, but those are some big hits. A lot of them are going down now, and trying to lure them into the Widowmines. And I don't think MaNiacJace is going to fall for it.
Yeah, he's not falling for it. He's targeting this command center. He's into the production. Those SCVs are worthless if they're not mining. You don't have to kill SCVs if they're not doing anything. He's got the Marine numbers. He's got the Hellion numbers. He loses the medevac, but now all he has to do is micro these Hellions semi-decently, and all the SCVs are going to die. Every single last one of them. They're not going to live much longer. I tell you, Trigonal, this is about as bad as it gets for Canary. You know what? You can try all the cheesiness in the world, but if you don't have the macaroni, it's not going to be a pasta. There's nothing he can do at this point in time to really come back from this. He's down, of course, 23 supply. Where do you go from here? MaNiacJace getting all the damage done he needed to. The Paragons of Perfection Red Terran look in a really good position. We do have a tech lab on a starport for Canary, but not much else going for him because, I mean, I suppose you build a Banshee, but, the response from MaNiacJace is to keep doing what he wants to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's 6 SCVs for Canary, and they're reduced down to the amount he had at the beginning of the game. The Banshee coming in can try and get some damage done, but there's missile turrets, there's a Viking, there's Marines. It's actually going to get taken out without killing.
It's already gone. No cloak.
He kills 1 Marine, and that's it. GG, that was Canary's last big hope. Hello, welcome back to Daybreak, and our first player, 1-0 down, fighting tooth and nail to stay in this tournament. He is 1 game away for elimination. Here's your Purple Terran.
All inspiration, Canary.
And his opponent defending in that first game, a really unique 1 Reaper proxy opener. Actually, it was a multi-Reaper proxy opener. Pardon me for the incorrect call there. But, of course, it wasn't too bad. We're going to get right into this player introduction. It is currently 1-up on Daybreak, your Red Terran player.
Paragons of perfection, MaNiacJace.
And, you know, something tells me Canary's going to go a little bit more standard this game, because I think he's against the ropes. I think he's feeling it. I think he knows he needs to be on 100% of his game at this point in time, and he's probably going to just see if he can outplay his opponent in what would be a more typical StarCraft 2 Terran vs. Terran.
Yeah, both players going straight for their tech. Fast refineries, fast factories, going to be the order of the day here. MaNiacJace getting up his factory a little bit faster. Canary... Did Canary just go for slightly more economic gas, or is he just a tiny bit late in his timings? It looks like it's going to be a Widowmine drop coming out for Canary, and I want to know what MaNiacJace is doing with his stuff. Well, there's no add-ons, so I don't think... And no second gas, so I don't think we're going to see Banshees, or certainly not Banshees with Cloak. But I think more, slightly more standard, like Hellion Marine drop coming out of MaNiacJace. How does this match up against Canary's Widowmine drop?
No, you're exactly right. But of course, the matchup when it's against Widowmines, everyone knows this. It's a little just kind of coin flippy. I used that term earlier, and with Widowmines, you can't really say it any better. Canary's going to go ahead and push out with this initial force. It's going to get spotted if the Xel'Naga Tower, if it goes within range of the Xel'Naga Tower and this Hellion. If he loses this initial Hellion, it's not going to be good for him. Even that amount of damage is going to be big. And a scan goes down, and from who? I think it was from MaNiacJace. Canary, so he sees what's going on. Both players starting with really similar builds. A slight advantage for MaNiacJace in terms of knowing what's coming, but more an advantage of Canary in terms of supply. And so both players, Medevacs, Marines, Widowmines, Hellions. Canary's units are just further up ahead, but he's waiting on his Medevac. Meanwhile, MaNiacJace already loaded up and going across. So this looks like a really interesting thing, because both people have their armies essentially on the other side of the map, defending and attacking what they need to be defending or attacking.
Yeah, and Canary is gonna set up position outside MaNiacJace's natural, or outside his main, and in his natural, but without the high ground vision, he can't really break up that ramp. And MaNiacJace has his drop coming into the middle line of Canary now. And with the Widowmine, that can do some serious damage, soften up a lot of the SCVs. They pull away, but not quite able to get any shots off of that Widowmine. However, when they all return, it's going to get some big damage done. Canary's moving up the ramp at the same time.
Man, he lost the Viking too. MaNiacJace able to lose Viking, but of course Canary's Medevac gets him inside this time. So this is going so much in favor of MaNiacJace.
Yeah, it is. All the SCVs coming off the middle line are a big shot by Canary's Widowmine, but not really big enough. And Canary still has that, MaNiacJace still has that Widowmine in Canary's base, and there's not really that much to defend. There's 1 or 2 Marines, and nice baiting the Widowmine onto just a couple of SCVs, but he still loses a lot of SCVs, and all the mining is being denied by MaNiacJace for Canary, and there's nothing you can do.